Hey there, this is Jim Rayner, and I'm doing a VOD of the semifinals of ConquerCup number 16. It is DasDuelon versus Matiz. DasDuelon is a dedicated Empire player. Matiz is a dedicated Soviet player. Both of these are top-level players. DasDuelon has a big streak of 7 ConquerCup event victories, 6 of them occurring in the last 5 weeks. Matiz has won 1 ConquerCup, and both players are very good. Both players scout very well, and we should see an interesting game here. This is game 1 of the semifinals. The semifinals is a best 2 out of 3. So no matter what happens, both players will be continuing in the tournament beyond this game. With that said, let's get started. Now on the right side, as a red Empire, is DasDuelon, hailing from Germany, and from Poland on the left side is the Soviet player Matiz. Matiz begins with a reactor, and therefore he'll also next build an ore refinery and is going for a fast war factory. DasDuelon, on the other hand, has built 2 dojo cores, and he has built 1 power core, and changing position of his MCV, it makes it look as though he's going to do 3 refineries. He'll begin with a 3 refinery build. Now Matiz continues to press forward with his build, coming out with a war factory next. No surprise there. Duelon has now just cranked out his 3rd ore refinery, 1 going into the water and 2 going into the natural locations in his main base. Duelon is repositioning his MCV, as you can see. He has 2 dojos, 1 planted in the ground, the other one built to run over bears, and he hasn't seen a bear or any kind of infantry yet. Sooner or later, DasDuelon is going to figure out that this is a war factory build when he sees absolutely no infantry. At this point, Duelon now has an engineer capped into the oil derrick, and so his economy is running at a better rate with 3 refineries going. And Duelon is no doubt, he now knows that we're on a fast war factory with his burst drone scouting Matiz's base. Matiz has 2 terror drones headed straight into DasDuelon's base. It looks like Duelon has spotted this. No, he hasn't. He's missed it, and he probably is going to lose that collect. No, maybe not. Once the wall goes up, the collector will be able to move, but it's probably going to die because it's got nowhere to heal. Very smartly, Matiz makes that worth some money when it blows up by using the... and that's very good. So Matiz also collected $350 for that loss, and while that happens... So at this point, Duelon is using burst drones to suicide into... these sickles. Some nice defense by DasDuelon. Duelon is running on 1 ore refinery and 1 oil derrick right now. And there you go. And so the ore collector will be able to repair with the mecha base repair radius. While that was going on, Matiz built a super reactor, so he's now teched up to tier 2. And on the board, he currently only owns 1 terror drone, and he has 1 unit producing structure, being the war factory. And Duelon is going to, again, harass the economy of Matiz. There's not much he's going to do about that. Now, while all that's going on, DasDuelon has recovered. He's producing a mecha bay. It looks like the mecha bay is teching up to tier 2 and not producing any units. The ore collector has been repaired. There's an ore collector has been rebuilt. And so at this point, and finally the burst drone is killed by the tank. We just saw pieces of it fly all over the place. Matiz currently owns 3 ore refineries. Duelon has 3 ore refineries and an oil derrick. So basically, economic-wise, both players are fairly even, and at this point in the game, we must say that both players have played pretty conservatively. Although Matiz did a bit of a fast attack, again, there was nothing radical about what he did, and probably nothing he was going to do was going to, you know, really you know, end the game or anything. So it was a nice beginning for Matiz. And Matiz has built a barracks, produced an engineer and a bear. Both players' economies are now identical. Let's look for now. DasDuelon's MCV is now moving up to the center ridge. And DasDuelon has, the difference in the game is DasDuelon has a refinery in the water, whereas Matiz has an ore refinery right on the central ridge. Now let's take a look. We have Matiz has got a bear that scouts. The bear is not going to die, so it's going to easily scout everything that DasDuelon has. So nice scouting by Matiz. And Matiz is also sending 2 terror drones in, probably over to the water expansion to go after the collector owned by DasDuelon. And DasDuelon very smartly is using his collector to attack the bear. He goes into a secondary mode. Very nice move. It looks like, I think DasDuelon's collector's in a bit of trouble here. And now, wow, nice move by DasDuelon. DasDuelon went into a secondary, managed to kill one of the terror drones. A bit of a mistake by Matiz.